We're testing this out. We're seeing if it works. We are live here in the train room today, running some end scale. Got the George Bush going here. And tomorrow we're going to be getting in, hopefully, fingers crossed, the new big boy, which is the Conductors Club one. Okay, and you had to buy into it, so I did, and hopefully next month we'll be seeing the Union Pacific Challenger, the 3985, which is the restored Challenger. So, like I said, with any luck, fingers crossed, Broadway Limited says we're supposed to get it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So we're got a new toy here. Found a way to do some live streaming. And we'll see how it works. I'll have to review this later because obviously I don't have my computer or anything handy. Doing all this off the iPads, if you can believe that. Yeah, I had an old one. The one I'm looking at right here, controlling everything, is the latest one. It's his 9th generation. It's not the newest, but it's a newer one. The reason why I got that was my 7th generation kind of fell, hit the floor, and cracked. So the screen's cracked in a couple places, but the good old packing tape took care of that. But what we're doing now is I found a way to use the old iPad again. I have a way to use my iPhone, which I will be using in the future. Well, I've been using, but in a different way. But we should be able to use the iPhone to stream here shortly as well. So some exciting stuff. But yeah, we've got the George Bush train running around, or the George Bush locomotive. And also, what we're going to have to do a review on here is this other one that's coming around right now. Let's see where. Okay, that's the 4449, which is the Southern Pacific GS4. Also pulling the passenger set, which, by the way, I happen to have in HO scale, and we'll be doing that one as well. Do a little, everybody's reviewed it. I mean, it's been out forever, okay? So, but we'll take a look at it. We'll see, show you how it runs and all that. I really like, let me give you a quick overview of that one. I like Broadway Limited, okay? Give you a little bit of backstory. I had one made by a company called MTH. It's HO scale. And it ran beautiful. Smoke like there's no tomorrow. The Mars light was perfect. And I thought this was great. Okay? Well, Scale Trains wanted it, because they're doing a thing where they got MTH's molds for making steam locomotives and diesel locomotives in HO. So when MTH went out of business, I should say. Let me back up a little bit. MTH went out of business, sort of. Okay, and they sold their molds to Scale Trains. So Scale Trains has it. And this year they're producing the N&W Class J number 611. And sometime in the future, we'll see, they're going to do the Southern Pacific one as well. But they haven't made any announcements of what they're doing with anything more steam than what they already have. So, but anyway, just recently I went and bought the Broadway limited version of the Southern Pacific GS4 in daylight colors, and it runs great. Smokes great. A little iffy on the Mars light, not exactly the performance I expected, but it's not bad. Now you can barely see it probably on the N scale, but that's the Kato, and it does work. Okay, one thing I noticed about Kato is something very strange. Okay, I don't know if it's a wiring thing that they had, but they went and instead of wiring the Mars light and the headlight, and I don't believe there's any markers on it in the headlight. In the headlight area. I think they're just jewels. Yeah, and the number boards don't light up. But it's N scale, okay, so I get it. So instead of running a wire up to that, they just let it, as soon as you turn on power, then you got it. Okay, so I can deal with that. That's fine. I get it, it's N scale, it's small. But what I don't understand is they didn't put a backup light on it. Now, I don't run it in reverse, obviously, because I'm running a passenger set, and running a steam locomotive in reverse is taboo to me, so I don't do that very often. And derailments I don't mess with that. But to not even try, I mean, from what I understand, they put the speaker there, okay, because I've seen videos where people tear them apart to actually put the DCC in it. They use a good DCC decoder. I mean, it's a Locksound 5 decoder. I mean, it's got all the functions for it, but those functions don't work. Like I said, I get the headlight, I get the Mars light, okay, wires and all that, but not to put a backup light, not a good thing. They're Kato. Not real impressed with that part. But it does run very well, runs smoothly. So that's about it. Now, let me go over some of the things, and I'm kind of trying to pick these things out. Okay, so we'll start on the left side of the modules, what you can see. Okay, so what you can see here is at the very bottom, you've got the, what's that called? Oh, that's my drive-in. Okay, so you're looking at, the trees are from the corner, which is kind of out of the picture at the moment. That's a half moon type of thing. It's called an end cap. Okay, you think of grocery stores with the end of an aisle, they call that an end cap. Well, that's an end cap. And the same at the far end, there by the door, that's another end cap, but uses a mountain. And in a future video, I'm going to go over both of those, probably in another week or two. We'll look at those two things. I'm probably going to make a video for the big boy here this week. But anyway, let's get back to what I was saying. So, on the other side of those trees here at the very bottom left, you've got the drive-in, and there is a Android cell phone in there right now. And what I was able to do is I had, at the time when I built this, I had a Disney Plus membership that was you had the no commercials, which enabled you to download to any device any movies, okay, and store them forever. So I've since downgraded that, so it doesn't work the same anymore. So I don't really bother with it. Eventually, I think I'm going to replace that with an old iPhone, because on my iTunes Cloud, I have several movies of different genres that are stored out there on the cloud. So I'll probably take those, and when I get a spare older iPhone, like an 11 or 12 or something, I'll just take them, do all that, and pop it in there, because it's much easier to work with, and the battery lasts a whole lot longer than these other things. So that's that one. So the next one in line is the crossover, which does the green lights you see there on either end of it. That's also a single wide module. And there's a Kato double crossover there. That's in one of my other videos that you've seen, or you can go back and look at. You can't see this one. Okay. Oh, the one after that is the waterfall module, which I just recently posted. And the one beyond that is the lighthouse module, which has also been posted, and you can get an up close and personal view of that thing as well. Like I said, then we got the end cap, which I haven't gone over yet, which will be coming out in another video here shortly, probably next week or two. So let's go on to the right side here. So at the very bottom, and this has not been posted yet, it's coming, another upcoming video, is the Yellowstone double wide module. That's a homemade one, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to get into here, but I will once I do the module, do the video on the module. Beyond that, we have that's the tornado module, and you can't see it, but beyond that is the Meg module, and then it goes into the end cap again. So that's what we've got there, and this is what we have going on for today. So let's see, I don't know how long I've been on here, probably for a little bit. So let's see, I don't even know how to work this thing, to be honest. So let's see how I can, nope, that's not. Let's see. Okay, so what we got? I don't even know how to shut this off. Let's see here. Nope. I gotta figure out how to get out of this, 'cause I really don't know. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Well, oh, there it is. Okay, so we've been on for, looks like it's going on almost 14 minutes here. And I don't know if there's any comments out there. I'm trying to figure out where they are. Well, if you have a comment out there, I cannot see it right now. And my apologies if it is out there. When I go back and look at it, if anybody's been on and is watching this, I will get back to you. Trust me, if you have questions or comments. So, with that, things around. This is great. This is crazy, but it's great. Let me give you a little toot here on the horn. Okay, so we're just testing things out here. trying to see the audio. That lighthouse does blink, by the way. I was in such a hover. It's like, oh, I got this to work. Oh, yeah, I can do this. Okay, great. So, my apologies for not turning it on. But I will be using this setup again. I don't know when. Probably when I go to try to mess around with this layout, this other layout. And but yeah, it's been a fun day. It's been interesting. So if you're watching this live, great. Like, share, subscribe, whatever. If you're watching this afterwards, hope you had a good time watching this little thing going around. Like I said, I'm going to be getting that other. This is Monday. It's President's Day, so there's no mail today, of course. But I should have it tomorrow. My big boy in N scale. And once I get it up and running, I'm going to do we'll do a quick review with it. Try and use this new setup, see how this works. And yeah, we'll go from there. And then we'll try it out, put on the layout, see how it runs, and hopefully everything is good. So I will catch you guys on the flip side. Till then, take care.